Hey friends, welcome to Good God Talks here on YouTube. This podcast is brought to you by Life with God Ministries, a nonprofit organization that helps you go about life with God. If you're new to the channel, hit all the buttons to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you haven't checked out the show notes recently, you're going to want to do that. There's more resources that are available for you there. And the whole reason we offer this podcast is to help you build your habit of talking with God more and experiencing what it's like to hear his voice more frequently as you go about daily life. So thanks for joining us, and let's jump into today's episode. If you've ever felt unsure, unqualified, or intimidated by the Bible, you're not alone. You're in good company. A lot of us have, and that includes me. And today we're talking about how to read the Bible with confidence. This episode isn't about becoming a better Bible reader. It's about relaxing into the truth that God is already at work when you open his word. 2 Timothy 3 verses 16 and 17 says, "All scripture is breathed out by God and is profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, that the man of God or the woman of God may be complete, equipped for every good work." Scripture doesn't lie, and scripture is really powerful. But where we can feel intimidated by that is we put on ourselves this expectation of, on my own, I'm supposed to understand everything, apply everything, follow it all, memorize all of scripture. Like, that's not the case. And as we talk about this, I'm not discounting the significance of correct theology or learning how to appropriately interpret and apply scripture to our lives. There's a lot of really great tools and resources and techniques to help us learn how to appropriately approach scripture. But they all start with this one. We don't come depending on ourselves. We come to scripture in dependence on God, trusting that he's going to meet us there and trusting that he will share himself with us. When we talk about feeling confident with the Bible, usually that means we feel some sense of understanding it, knowing what to do with it, and not messing it up or not messing up our approach to scripture. But biblical confidence looks different. It's more like, I'm confident that God will meet me here. I'm confident that God will teach me what I need. I'm confident that as I show up, God is already here and wants to meet with me. I don't have to force clarity. I can receive it because all scripture is breathed out by God and is profitable, that he will use it to teach me and correct me and train me in right relationship with him. That God's good plan for me is to make me complete, to equip me for every good work. And I don't have to do that on my own. I don't have to figure out a way to make all those things happen. But I can relax, trusting that God will meet me here. As I respond to him, he will do that in me. I hope those words even take a burden off of you. You are not meant to use the Bible to fix yourself or fix your life. You are meant to know God more through his word. And as you get to know him more, he not only shares more about who he is and what he's like, he also shares about how he cares for you and how you can live as his kid. And so the confidence that we have in approaching scripture is because we believe God is as he says that he is, that he will carry out his word to completion in us. And as we learn and grow, he will keep training us and correcting us and equipping us for life with him. Psalm 119 verse 18 says, "Open my eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of your law." We get to go to God, asking him to open our eyes, to reveal himself to us, to open our hearts to receive more truth from him. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him." Confidence grows as you trust God to teach you, not trusting yourself to figure it out on your own. And there is so much freedom that comes from that. And so here's a question I invite you to take God today. Whether you've been a believer for 5 seconds or 50 years, there's more that God offers each one of us. So, God, what does confidence in you look like as I read my Bible? Have a good talk.